Hello, Greg from Balloon Market here, and welcome to BMTV. We are joined once again by Mark from Qualitech. Mark, thank you for coming.
Hi, Greg.
And today we're going to do something a little bit different. Now, you can see in front of us that we have 4 pieces of equipment. Some of you will be familiar with this equipment, but it's digital equipment, and it's quite a big investment if you're going to invest in these. But I want to talk today about why you should invest in these sort of things in your business and the benefits of that. So Mark, let's start talking about this. We have created individual videos on this one, and this one, and we'll put the links down below, and you'll be able to get a lot more detail about exactly everything you get with these. So really, we just want a bit of an overview, Mark, bit of an overview.
So really simply and quickly, because we have done the more in-depth videos, you've got 2 machines here that are powered by the gas pressure that you hook them up to. Most of the time people will use them with helium, a helium cylinder, but they can be used with nitrogen or compressed air.
And when you say powered, you still have to plug them in. They still require electricity.
They still require electricity, and that controls the digital control on the timing.
Yeah.
So with these you have control of the pressure of the gas at the back, and then control of the time that you release that gas into the balloon.
So that's what we mean when we're talking about digital equipment.
Yeah.
It's the timing.
Yes.
It's got timers in there that you can set for different size balloons.
Exactly.
That allow you to accurately and consistently inflate to whatever
And that's
size
the
you
point.
want.
It's a consistent and a really quick way of working.
Okay.
It reduces burstages, it reduces the amount of helium you use, and it saves you a ridiculous amount of time.
And these, we've talked about it more in the other videos, particularly this one, very good for, it was this one, wasn't it, for retail, where you've got lots of people using it.
Yep.
And it's almost, because you might have somebody only working a few hours a week that doesn't do it all the time.
Yep.
And they can do it just as well as somebody that does do it all the time.
And a lot easier to teach people that have never used any inflation equipment.
Yeah.
If you start them on this, then they're comfortable to use it, and it's a lot easier to teach them to use it.
Yeah.
It's one of the hardest things to teach people to do, is to inflate high flow and inflate a latex balloon, knot it directly to the ribbon and create a bouquet consistently. Everybody can do it, but to do it consistently well, as a business owner, you want that balloon to go out there in its very best position, and this is the easiest way to get your staff, especially new staff, to do it.
I love that you say everybody can do it. Have you seen me do it? A 3-bunch bouquet is
Look at those videos, because when we get onto the air machines, I do get Greg working.
No, not nice. Anyway, okay, so these ones, normally you'd be connecting to helium, but you can connect to compressed air, etc. These ones,
Bit different. So here, inside both of these, is an electric motor that compresses the air from the atmosphere and then digitally times the release of it. So you get the consistency from it compressing and the consistency of it releasing in a timed fashion. They work very, very, very differently. This one has a big diaphragm, has a big breath.
okay,
Holds the pressure, select the time, and then it lets it out for you. This one takes lots of small breaths and works and inflating the balloon on lots of small releases of that air. But essentially, they're both designed so that you can do duplets consistently and fast, which is what you want for majority of the airfill work that we do.
Yeah, I mean, this is our precision air, and we got this after 10-11 years of being in business, and Rachel said, I wish I'd have got that 10 or 11 years ago. But let's very quickly talk about the cost of these, because it is quite a large investment. So first of all, let's talk about this one.
This is around the 565.
Okay.
This one's around the 1,020.
Okay.
This one's around 975, and this one's 1,110.
And this January 2018, in case you're watching this at some point in the future, so the prices may have changed, but it gives you a bit of an idea. So they are quite a big investment. But I have to say, when we got this, Rachel genuinely thought, I wish we'd have done this long time ago.
In my own shop, I invested in this first.
Okay.
So, and this was really interesting. I had a shop, but I went out and did a lot of decoration work. So I wanted this. I wanted my dual split second sizer. I invested in this. I decided I couldn't afford these, because I got a hand pump and I could do it, and I got a mini electric air inflator, and I could inflate balloons and size them in the sizing box, and I decided I couldn't afford these. Within a month of owning this for the shop, I didn't want to remove it, or the staff that was working with it, they didn't want that removed from the shop when I went on a decorating job.
Yeah.
So then I invested in this. So within 2 months I'd spent around that £1,500 worth of investment.
Yeah.
And it was like, and this was a long time ago, but I decided that, you know, this was really good for a decoration piece, and I needed that on the van to go out and do my work, and I needed that in the shop.
Yeah. But
at that point I was like, oh, I've spent a lot of money on equipment. I'm not spending any more money on equipment.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to earn my money. And this happens a lot. I see this happen a lot with people, is that they start their business and then they get to a point that that they are very, very busy working in their business. And if they put their working on their business cap and started as if it was day one with what do I need to do the job, what I should have done was buy either of these two for helium inflation, and I should have invested in something like this.
Yeah. So that's what you were saying earlier about the psychology. You feel investing in a machine like this when you're setting, it's when you're setting up your business, seems like more of a right thing to do, because it's at the beginning, you're investing, you know you've got to invest. Whereas if you wait 10 years, as we did, you find you never get the money because you're so busy, when in fact if you had have invested, you'd have saved so much money.
Exactly.
You could have been making more money.
And change the way that you view investing in your business, period. Because you know, if you do invest on day one, you want to recruit that investment. You want a good return on investment for the equipment that you've purchased.
Absolutely.
You push yourself to achieve a goal of earning enough money to pay for it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a positive mental place to be. But also, you can start with these machines, but when you're using a premium twin air sizer and you're able to do 260Qs, it makes that easy to do. A lot of what people struggle with is incorrect inflation before they start working with the product.
Yeah.
That takes that away.
Yeah.
And none of these other machines do that.
Yeah.
So again, you know, that allows you to have a consistency from day one. It removes some of the problems or the issues that you might have working. And that's why I think that, you know, if it was me today and I was a retail shop, I'd have that in the shop, and I'd have that for the air-filled piece of work, and that would be a brilliant start point to work. If I was decorating more and there was a wider range of use for helium duplets and inflating at different sizes in my duplets, then I might consider having these two pieces of equipment. But the reality is that I think from most of the people I see that start off and invest in day one, this is where they'd be looking to go.
Yeah. So that it is a bit of a mind shift to actually think, okay, I'm going to invest in something this expensive, but then I guess it kind of forces you to go out there and get the business, because you know you've got to pay for it, but then you can do so much more as well. And
not just that, your clients, you know, on day one you've got the confidence. You're walking in with professional equipment. You look professional. Your clients think, actually, they've invested some money to be able to do what they're showing me, and all of that builds upon what your value is and what you feel confident in charging. And if you have started up with a hand pump and a flexible tilt valve, and you know in your heart of hearts that you're on about £30 investment to start your business with, then can I really charge that extra money for what I'm doing? It's the wrong mindset to start with. And not just that, you can, if you want to aim at a really professional, successful business, then you know, by starting using this equipment, you can make notes of the designs that you do. You can set the times in your notes of it makes everything repeatable. You're not starting from scratch and having, you know, the sizes are set for you. You can repeat it really quickly. Make a note of a design. That's my little crib sheet. I can pack my stock for that. Other people can start and I can finish off, or I can start off and other people can finish off my work, and it will be all consistent.
And you'll be doing it faster than you'd ever do it.
Exactly.
As good as the Qualitex hand pump is, this is always going to win.
And the reality is you're always going to have a hand pump. You're always going to have those things extra, and they are pennies in comparison. But I do think it changes and it's only from seeing lots of people start up in business that you get to feel, well, actually the people that really, you know, started only a few years ago, but are really doing well now, are the people that invested in the equipment to start with.
Yeah, that and training.
And training, yeah.
So, all right, thanks very much for that, Mark. So these, as I say, we've done a separate video on this one, the Duplicator 2. We've done a separate video on this one, the dual split second sizer. And one on this one, the twin air sizer as well. So we'll put the links down below. If you are considering purchasing any of these, Mark goes into a lot more detail about all the bits that come with them, how you use them, what this does, what that does. If you are considering, as I say, getting one, worth a watch. Anyway, that's it. We should have a question of the week.
A question of the week?
Yes.
How many 5-inch or 4.5-inch duplets can you inflate, or how long did it take you to do 12? Yeah, that's the one. How long would it take you to do 12 4.5-inch duplets?
I think you'll find out how long it takes me on the video of this one. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. See you next time. Bye.